This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and let's get right into the news for the day. I hope you guys are having a great, what is it, Thursday? Yeah, I think it's Thursday. Okay, let's get right into it. Okay, so Jay-Z and Nas are arguably some of the best lyricists, period, okay? But this rivalry they have is crazy, man. Now, Jay-Z has always admired Nas. I mean, he sampled him on Dead Presidents. He said in Where I'm From, he said the best rappers are Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. You know, he obviously had admiration for him. But things took a turn in the 90s. They were taking little, pot shots at each other on mixtapes. I think Jay-Z had dated Carmen, Nas's ex. Just a lot of... New York was different than I was too young in the 90s. All I was a listener. I was a fan. But as, I came into the industry in the early 2000s, when I was in college, right? I started to, I started my career with Mobb Deep, Cormega and people like that. And, you hear stories, and then you hear stories about back in the day, and you see how petty people were. It's just, we see it now because it's on Instagram, okay? So everything came to a head. Nas thought his career was over in around 2001, and he dropped Stillmatic. On that was Ether. It was a response. I forget which one came first, Takeover or Ether. Too long ago, and I'm not going to go do the time capsule of it. What aged better? Takeover aged better, obviously, okay? But as far as at the time, Ether... it smoked Jay. It smoked him, okay? And Jay-Z always had a chip on his shoulder ever since then. Even though Jay-Z was more independent, had his own company with Dame and everything, I don't understand why he had a chip on his shoulder. He had more going for him than Nas, period, anyways, okay? But there was still that battle for the King of New York. Now, Jay-Z, obviously, now when you look at him, it's like, wow, he's like a billionaire. Nas is also probably has a couple $100 million because, he's invested in, he has Queensbridge Investments. That's another thing where so let's get into it. So Nas keeps dropping albums, and eventually they squash everything around 2006. Jay-Z signs Nas to Def Jam, and you think water's under the bridge. They're cool, right? No. As years go on, we see more on social media that, every time Nas drops something, you're like, oh, Jay-Z kind of dropped around that time. It didn't become obvious for the past couple of years, okay? The past couple of years, Jay-Z's kind of rekindled this whole Nas rivalry. I guess he needed something to drive him forward. We really noticed it 3 years ago. I did. When Nas had Queensbridge Investments, Ring Doorbell, PillPack, Pluto TV, Casper Mattress. Nas is invested in all of these companies, either second, third round. You can see on Crunchbase. Nas is with his business partners, is invested in a lot of companies, and Nas is making money. So Jay-Z obviously is making money. He has liquor, Rock Nation. He's doing really good, okay? But, he has Tidal. He has a lot of stuff. But he says, you know what? I'm going to do investments now. I'm going to be a venture capitalist, and I'm going to start Marcy Investments. He had to name it after his hood, just like Nas named his venture firm after his hood. Okay, cool. Whatever, right? Then Nas drops the album Nasir with Kanye. It was a planned release. They did a whole thing for it. But you know what? Jay-Z said, wait, when's Nas dropping? This is 50 Cent said this, and it was so funny. He said, when's Nas dropping? Oh, okay. Nah, my stuff's dropping. And he dropped a surprise album with Beyonce the same day that Nas dropped. You didn't hear one of those songs off the Kanye album. Even though it wasn't the best album, still, he had to outshine him. When Nas dropped Lost Tapes just last year, Jay-Z dropped a song with Beyonce off the Lion King soundtrack. the same day. Now, Nas is dropping King's Disease tonight. Whoa, surprise. Jay-Z has a surprise. I was like, is he going to do it again? Is he going to do it again and really prove to people that, hey, I do drop when Nas drops? And he did. It's called Entrepreneur. Pharrell Williams featuring Jay-Z, Entrepreneur. You got to be kidding me, man. I don't know if when Jay-Z dropped 444, did Nas drop something that time too? I'm not sure. I can't remember. All I know is that Jay-Z still is trying to outshine Nas. He's as 50 Cent said it best, he's still slapping him without anybody noticing. It's crazy. It is crazy. He's definitely obsessed with Nas. It's a healthy competition, but it's also very haterish, you know? So, what do you guys think? Do you think that Jay-Z uses Nas as fuel to keep going in music? I think he does. I'm excited to hear Nas's album, and I'm also still excited to hear Jay-Z's feature. Okay, I'm a Jay-Z fan. I'm a Nas fan. And I'm really excited to hear the Firm reunion to see how, because that's the type of track that pushes everybody to do their best on it because they don't want one person to outshine the other person, or, you know, Nas would be like, I don't want Cormega or AZ to have better lyrics than me on this, you know, even though most of you Nas fans say it's impossible. Still, it's that competition that drives you, period, in life, right? We all want to have better lives for ourselves, right? Anyways, I appreciate you guys. What do you guys think? This is Jordan Tower with JT News, and I will check you guys on the next one.